First game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Vikings take over first down and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 16-yard line.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Vikings had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards to pick up there, also a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready and looked for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On second down, here's the option. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, his second rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there. A big gainer.
into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Cowboys are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And we are tied at 7.
Jonathan Garibay, the kickoff for the Cowboys.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up, because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season, or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Howell from the gun. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have moved out in front. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 14-7.
14-7.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The chain, 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Howell. And his throw here's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Third and long, here's Howell. And this one quickly to land. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Jonathan Garibay on the 4th.
Garibay's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run. And the Vikings are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Pollard to return from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so...
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Number 2, touchdown.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Nwangu now from his end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Today, Nwangu on the return. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's perfect before the ball hits your hands.
99 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Alert! Alert!
They run it again with Cook. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On play action, they'll throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. They run the counter with Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing a shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Here's 2nd and 8. Targets Miller here on the out route. He's got him. Touchdown, Vikings! Scotty Miller. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. The extra point splits the uprights. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pollard to return from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
gets set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Howell. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
2nd down and 7. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Vikings 21. Jonathan Garibay, the kickoff for the Cowboys.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 2nd and 1. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Here's Cook again. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Hurry!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the right side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Following the fumble recovery, Howell. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Howell. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it. Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Taken from about the 12. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Howell down to throw it. And this throw will be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Again, it's Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A tackle there by John Johnson. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd and 5 now. Howell swinging this out for Pollard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Throwing here, Howell. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that'll make this a 3-scoring game now. The lead moves to 17. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. But still down quite a bit here, several scores. But yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step, and if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
134 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Second down, they go right back to Cook. 7 yards there and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. Now Cook running right. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'll pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Cook following the penalty. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Dig out of here, 2nd and 17.
18 rally.
They'll set up to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to the squad.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Kelly. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Ready.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Cut back team.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback, stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Powell's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
This is taken at the 15. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
At the 45-yard line.
Back to throw here. And he rifles one incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this one is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
4-yard pickup on the play. And the Cowboys.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Kelly. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on. Here's
2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Kelly. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case...
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. 41 yards. And the Cowboys are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead is now 24. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Over 1st down 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Watch 19 tight, 19 tight.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
At the 35-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw, Kelly. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
79 Broncos. Set, let's go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Slot man moves right. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable